it was good that we had MCPs because it pushed a lot of companies towards building APIs. And now I can like look at an MCP and just make it into a CLI. But this inherent problem that MCPs by default clutter up your context, plus the fact that most MCPs are not made good, in general, make it just not a very useful paradigm. There's some exceptions, like Playwright, for example, that requires state and is actually useful. That is an acceptable choice.
So Playwright used for browser use, which I think is already in OpenClaw is quite incredible, right?
Yeah.
You can basically do everything, most things you could think of using browser use.
That gets into the whole arch of every app is just a very slow API now, if you want or not. And that through personal agents, a lot of apps will disappear. Like I built a CLI for Twitter. I mean, I just reverse engineered the website and used the internal API, which is not very allowed.
It's called Bird, short-lived.
It was called Bird because the bird had to disappear.
The wings were clipped.
All they did is they just made access slower. You're not actually taking a feature away. But now, if your agent wants to read a tweet, it actually has to open the browser and read the tweet. And it will still be able to read the tweet. It will just take longer. It's not like you're making something that was possible, not possible. No, now it's just taking, now it's just a bit slower. So it doesn't really matter if your service wants to be an API or not. If I can access it in the browser, it is API. It's a slow API.
Can you empathize with their situation? Like, what would you do if you were Twitter, if you were X? Because they're basically trying to protect against other large companies scraping all their data.
Yeah.
But in so doing, they're cutting off like a million different use cases for smaller developers that actually want to use it for helpful, cool stuff.
I think if you have a very low per day baseline